Welcome to our Make Money Monday. So excited you are here. It is President's Day over here. My kids are off of school. Today is like partial work day, getting a couple things done, but also kind of laying low today. We should be live in all the places. As you're joining in, say hello. Let me know that you are here. Let me know what your plans are for today. Are you working? Do you have the day off? Are you kind of like me doing a little bit of both? For those of you just joining us who I have not connected with, I'm Becky Lender, CEO and co-founder of Modern Direct Seller. And every Monday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, we have our weekly Make Money Monday, where I share with you a money-making tip to help you grow your direct sales business faster. So excited you are here. I am going to share this in all the places. We are live on my personal profile, on my business page. We're live on Instagram. We're live on LinkedIn. So let me know where you're watching from. And I am also going to go ahead and share this in our two groups over on Facebook, our Modern Direct Seller Academy group for our members, as well as our Modern Direct Seller Tribe group, which is a totally free group you're welcome to pop into and join as well. So today we are talking all about spring events. And I don't know about you guys, but whenever we get into these seasonal topics, I always feel like, is it a little bit early to be talking about this? But it's not. This is the time. It is, gosh, what are we, like 10 days away from March? Can you even believe it? Time is just flying by. So excited to talk a little bit about how to plan your spring. For those of you that love doing events, drop me a comment. Let me know that you are a big fan of events. I know back when I was in the sales field, I loved doing vendor events. It was actually a big way that I built my business, as I would love setting up on a Saturday, getting in front of a ton of people and having the opportunity to collect leads and make sales there in person, where people could really experience my product in real life. And I know some of you are like big fans. In fact, when we do our quiz, our What's Your Direct Sales Superpower quiz, we talk a little bit about if you're an in real life rock star, or if you're a party powerhouse, or if you're a social selling sensation, or if you're a digital marketing champ. So today I'm specifically speaking to our IRL, our in real life rock stars that love getting out there, belly to belly, face to face, connecting with people in real life to share your products, because this is your friendly reminder that now is the time to book those events for the spring season. So I know some of you already have a pretty stacked calendar of events that are coming in, which is incredible. Some of you might be like, ooh, is it really March coming up? I guess I do need to start booking those events. And of course, there's events year round, but in certain areas where the weather isn't as nice, a lot of times these events start happening March, April, May, June, kind of rolling into the spring. Sometimes there's a little bit of a break over the summer months, and then things pick back up again in the fall as well. So, let me make sure this is streaming. Yay, Evelyn, Mary Lou, Kitty, good to see you. Good morning, Debbie, Carrie. Okay, so we have some people on that love events, right? So for those of you that don't yet have events booked, I want to share with you today where to go find those events, right? That's a good starting place. Where to go find the events. Next, I want to talk about how to promote those events and make the most of them. And I want to give you an alternative to vendor events. If you're kind of striking out on vendor events, or you're doing some events and you're just not feeling like you're getting the traction that you really want, I'm going to share with you an alternative strategy to also get in front of new people with pop-up events. Hey, Wendy's on. Yay, Wendy, Barbara. Awesome. So good to see you guys. Rhonda, everyone is popping in. As you're joining, say hello. Let me know where you're joining from. Let me know if you love doing events in person, or if that's not your jam. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. And feel free to share this video with your biz besties and team as they are joining in as well. Okay, so where to find events, where to find those events that we're looking for. There are many places that we can go look for events. Some of you have been doing the same events year over year over year, and it's like clockwork. That application comes in, you fill it, you send it back in, right? Other of you might just be stepping into events and thinking about this sales channel as a way to connect with more people, get more eyeballs on your product, and it's also great practice just having conversations and talking about your business with others, right? So if you are looking for events this spring season, either your calendar isn't quite full yet, or maybe you're new to this, I would definitely say a couple good places. Definitely check here on Facebook, right? Like look around on Facebook and see what events are happening. There are groups dedicated to vendor events where event organizers are sharing and posting about those events. There are also there's like the event category on Facebook where you can search for public events that might be happening. Now, when you're searching for those public events, they do not always say like vendors wanted. You may have to do a little bit of digging. If you find an event that you feel like is the right audience for you, then I would go to their website, go to their event page, kind of get a feel for what the event is all about and see if you can track down a contact or an admin that is organizing that event to ask them if they're open to having vendors and what that process looks like. So that's a great place to go. But a couple other places that you might want to look into is checking out different schools in your area, community groups in your area, and churches in your area. All three of those are kind of known for having spring festivals or a spring market or some kind of a spring fling, whatever that might be for you. They might be offering events as well. Again, you have to be a little bit more proactive here. A lot of times these events that are not organized by professional organizers, right? They're volunteers organizing these events. They don't always put it out there for everyone to see. And sometimes you have to kind of go find them and be a bit more proactive about inviting yourself to be a vendor at those events. So first step, we're going to find the events, right? And once you have your event calendar locked in, I would be sharing that here on social. So let's kind of cross over in real life and social media, right? Share your event calendar of where you will be. So if you have local customers, they may just pop in and see you at one of those events that you will be at. Make sure they know. You can put that out into an email. You can put it in a blog post. You can share it on social, but be sure to promote where you're hanging out this spring season so people can get connected if they'd like to attend. And then beyond that, we really want to make sure that those events are profitable, right? And let me define profitable, because I think oftentimes we go into an event with big goals to make huge sales, right? And some events can be very, very sales focused. You can be selling things like hotcakes and making a bunch of money, and that's incredible, right? But a lot of times events are your opportunity to generate leads, right? And I know that's a little bit kind of hard to think about when you're like, gosh, I paid to be at this event and I really want to make some big money from making sales at this event. But more important than those sales, I want you to build the relationships and grab those leads. So what that looks like is having some way to capture leads at an event, right? It could be as simple as a bucket where they fill out a piece of paper and put their name and their information in. In fact, I really feel like that is one of the best ways to collect leads at events. I know we can get fancy with QR codes and we can have people join groups or follow us on social right there at the event, fill out a form, right? But people really like grabbing a pen and a piece of paper and filling out their information and putting it in the bucket. Like there's something very real about the chance to win something when you go about it that way. So one quick tip when you're doing those events is not only do we want to collect those leads, but you're probably going to have to invite people to put their information down on that paper. Some people might walk over, pick up your lead form, fill it out, and put it in the bucket. But more often than not, you're going to take this and you're going to hand it to people. And you're going to say, hey, I have an event. I have a big raffle coming up. You can win a shopping spree, or I'm giving away some free product, or I'd love to spoil you. Put your name in to win. Hand them the paper, right? Because I want you to measure your success at your event, not only by the amount of sales that you've had, but the number of leads that you've collected. Because I can't tell you how many times your next best customer is somebody that stops by your vendor event doesn't purchase anything, follows you on social, and ends up becoming one of your best customers. So those leads are absolute gold and so, so important. So not only are we there to sell, but we're also there to be collecting those leads. And at the end of the event, if you're going to track anything, track how many leads you got, right? And track how many sales you've made. And the next step, and I like to say that you're in the BFF zone for like 24 hours, and that's it. Then people are over you and you're that weird person they met at that event a while ago, right? So you want to make sure that you're carving out time on your calendar to proactively follow up with those leads within 24 hours. And I know that sounds aggressive. And I know after a big event, you might be exhausted. Your car might be full of all of your vendor event stuff. Like you may not be in the mood to be doing that follow up. But I'm telling you, you got like 24, 48 hours at best that you're that cool person they met at that event and they remember you, they remember your business, they remember your products. And much after that, like, ooh, people are not paying as much attention and it feels kind of random if you get a text from somebody, right? So that event follow-up is so, so important. Okay, I promised you an idea to kind of get around the vendor event scene if that's not your jam. I love vendor events. Usually an event coordinator is planning it. They're bringing the traffic there. They're making sure it's well attended. But you have another option in your business as you're looking at your spring calendar, and that would be to plan a pop-up event. Now, here's how I define the difference. A pop-up event is where you are literally popping up your things in a place that already has high traffic. So think salon, boutique, community center, a lobby of an office building, lobby of like a workroom, like a teacher workroom, wherever people are going and hanging out, you are popping up there. So the difference between a vendor event and a pop-up is you are typically the only person popping up. You're not one of 40 vendors, you are the one, right? So as you're thinking about your event strategy for spring, I also want to encourage you to try some pop-up events. See how the leads and the sales may look different when you're doing a pop-up event. This is going to give you an opportunity to collaborate with another business owner in your area. And it's a great way to kind of have a sole focus on what you're offering, right? Oftentimes you might not have as many people as a festival or an event where a ton of people are walking by, but you can have some much more in-depth conversations and you can bring those leads into your business at pop-up events as well. So I would mix that into your spring strategy if you haven't done that already. All right, so a couple of quick reminders before I wrap up today. First off, we have an action-packed week. All of you with Color Street that are part of the Modern Direct Seller Academy, we have an exclusive Q&A happening just for you tomorrow. Really excited for that. There's information over in the group and you'll get a text reminder, an email reminder as well. My VAPers, we have a mastermind, deep dive mastermind happening on Wednesday, so bring all your ideas. We also have office hours for everyone inside the Modern Direct Seller Academy happening on Thursday. So come join me for some office hours. And we have a lot cooking behind the scenes over here. We are working on our March social selling action plan. That is coming in hot. And we also have a brand new training and podcast episode coming out about how to manage some of the changes that are happening here on social. So if you are using a third-party app to post or stream into your groups, I'm going to share with you some strategies and ideas to get yourself out there a little bit more publicly and still streamline and batch your social content, but not be reliant on that content just going into a group if that's where you've been posting and sharing. We want to get you out there so people can find you, you're discoverable, your content is shareable, and so hiding in that group isn't really doing you a big service anyway. So we're going to talk a little bit about what those strategies look like moving into March and when these changes happen in April. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be really good. Definitely a podcast episode happening. And then there also will be a pop-up training on that. So if you're interested in that, comment group on this live stream and I'll make sure that you get an invite for that as soon as it's available. So with that said, happy Monday, whether you're working today or you have today off. I hope you make it a great day today, make it a really profitable week. Last week, oh my gosh, by the way, I should have led with this. The iHeart Sales Challenge, you guys killed it. Killed it. Oh my gosh. It was so good to see all the huge results in the iHeart Sales Challenge. I'm so proud of all of you. We're giving out prizes. We are cheering you on and really excited for that momentum. A little mid-month pick-me-up that happened for many of you. So loved seeing that as well. I will see many of you this week in our masterminds and office hours and all the things. All right. Have a great day today. I'll talk to you soon. Take care, friends. Bye.